Indian Randall B. Herrera, and I'm here to discuss the Chapter 3 Free Zone of Cmta Section 814 to 817. But before that, I'm encourage you to watch my previous vlog because this is the continuation of our discussion for today. I hope you enjoy! Let's go! I'll give you an idea about the free zone here in the Philippines. But first, what is free zone? Free zone refers to a special economic zone registered with the Philippine Economic Zone Authority under Republic Act No. 7916. Amended, duly chartered or legislated special economic zone and free ports such as Clark Freeport Zone, Poro Point Freeport Zone, John Hay Special Economic Zone, and Subic Bay Freeport Zone under Republic Act No. 7227 as amended duly Republic Act No. 9400, and also the Aurora Special Economic Zone under Republic Act No. 9490 as amended the Cagayan Special Economic Zone and Freeport under Republic Act No. 7922, Zamboanga City Special Economic Zone under Republic Act No. 7903, and Freeport Area of Bataan under Republic Act No. 9728, and such other freeports are established or may be created by law. Our ecozone established in the Philippines under Republic Act No. 7916 as amended or otherwise as the Special Economic Zone Act of 1995, administered by the Philippine Economic Zone Authority. Ecozone or Special Economic Zone are established as a separate custom territory, promote flow of local and foreign investment that will generate employment opportunities, simulate the repatriation of Filipino capital by providing attractive climate and incentives for business and for other purposes. What are ecozone in the Philippines or Special Economic Zone? Ecozone in the Philippines or Special Economic Zone are selected areas of highly developed or have the potential to be developed into agri-industrial, tourist, recreational, commercial, banking, investment, and financial centers. Limit and bounds are fixed or delimited by presidential proclamation. How are ecozone in the Philippines classified? Ecozone in the Philippines or Special Economic Zone may contain any or all of the following classification of ecozone in the Philippines: the industrial estate, export processing zone, free trade zone, and tourist recreational centers. Industrial estate in the Philippines refers to a tract of land subdivided and developed according to a comprehensive plan under a unified continuous management and with provision for basic infrastructure and utilities with or without pre-built standard factory, building, and community facilities for the use of a community of industries. Export processing zone in the Philippines refers to a special industrial estate located physically and or administratively outside the custom territory and predominantly oriented to export production. Enterprise located in export processing zone allowed to import capital requirements and raw materials free from duties and taxes and other import. Free trade zone in the Philippines refers to an isolated police area adjacent to a port of entry such as a seaport and or airport where imported goods may be unloaded for immediate transshipment of stored, repacked, sorted, mixed, or otherwise manipulated. However, movement of these imported goods from the free trade area to a non-free trade area in the territory should be subject to custom and interval revenue rules and regulations. Tourist or recreational center in the Philippines refers to an area within the ecozone where tourist accommodation facilities such as hotels, apartels, tourist inns, resort, pension house, sport or recreational facilities are provided to render tourism service for both local and foreign travelers and investors in accordance with the guidance issued by DPESA. There are criteria in establishing an ecozone in the Philippines. By implementing rules and regulation, Act No. 7916 provide specific general criteria in Rule No. 4 to ensure their viability and geographical dispersal such as the following and other specific criteria may be provided in line with other laws and regulation upon application in identification of the proposed areas as a regional growth center in the medium-term Philippine Development Plan or by the Regional Development Plan. The existence of required infrastructure in the proposed ecozone, such as roads, railways, telephones, ports, airports, etc., and the suitability and capacity of the proposed site to absorb such improvement. The availability of water source and electric power supply for the use of the ecozone in the Philippines. The extent of vacant lands available for industrial and commercial development and future expansion of the ecozone in the Philippines, as well as of land adjacent to the ecozone available for development of residential areas for the ecozone workers. Area must have significant incremental advantage over the existing ecozone, and its potential profitability can be established. Strategic location of the area of core economic zone in the Philippines. The area must have situated where controls can easily be established to curtail smuggling activities. How many economic zones in the Philippines? According to PESA, there are 277 operating economic zones all throughout the Philippines as of November 30, 2017 as follows: 22 Argo Industrial Economic Zone, 162 IT Park Centers, 74 Manufacturing Economic Zone, 2 Medical Tourism Park Centers, 19 Tourism Economic Zone. But in June 2020, the Philippine government has approved 12 new economic zones which will comprise of IT parks, IT center, and manufacturing zone. There are currently more than 400 economic zones in the Philippines, each providing their own different fiscal and non-fiscal incentives to foreign investors. Now, let's proceed to Section 814 to 817 of the Cmta. When shall goods be admitted into a free zone? Under Section 814, when goods are admitted and withdrawn. Imported goods should be admitted into a free zone when the goods declaration together with the required documents as required by existing laws and regulation are electronically lodged with the Bureau and other relevant government authorities at the time of admission. When shall goods be withdrawn from the free zone for entry into custom territory? Under Section 814, imported goods should be withdrawn from the free zone for entry to custom territory when the goods declaration is electronically lodged together with required documents at the time of the withdrawal from the free zone. What is the privilege for goods admitted into a free zone? Under Section 815, exemption from duty and tax of goods in free zone. Unless otherwise provided by law and in accordance with the respective laws, rules, and regulations of the free zone authorities, goods admitted into a free zone shall not be subject to duty and tax. What is the rule relative to the entry of goods into a free zone? Under Section 816, movement of goods into and from the free zone. Entry of goods into a free zone, whether directly or through the custom territory, shall be covered by the necessary goods declaration for admission or transit. What is the rule relative to the withdrawal of goods from the free zone into the custom territory? Under Section 816, withdrawal from the free zone into the custom territory shall be covered by the necessary goods declaration for consumption or warehousing. What is the rule relative to the transfer of goods from one free zone into another free zone? Under Section 816, transfer of goods from one free zone into another free zone shall likewise be covered by the necessary transit permit. What is the role of the Bureau of Customs with the respect to the transit, export, withdrawal, and movements of goods into and from the free zone? Under Section 816, the implementing rules and regulation on the transit of goods admitted into, exported from, withdrawn into the custom territory, and moved between free zone should be formulated and issued jointly by the Bureau and the free zone authorities. How BOC can ensure free zone compliance with custom laws? Under Section 817, Coordination with Free Zone Authority. To ensure compliance with custom laws and regulations, the Bureau shall coordinate with the governing authority of the free zone. Hello, it's me again, and I hope you learned something from my discussion for today's video. God bless to all of you. Babu!